Good morning, students. In this video, I shall discuss the Mendel's monohybrid cluster experiment. Actually, Mendel experimented on 7 pairs of contrasting characters in pea plants. But we shall now study here only one example, that is your tallness and dwarfness character. So this is, we are taking an example. Now, the first example, we are taking the phenotype of certain plant, like here we are taking some tall plant and the dwarf plant. Tallness and the dwarfness, these are the important characters. Now, what is the genotype of this plant? Now, the genotype of the plant is taken as the capital T for here, and small t for dwarf plant. Now, first of all, Mendel actually selected the parental generation. And what is this P1 or parental generation? And this parental generation actually is the plant which are true breeding plants. These are called true breeding plants. Now, what are these true breeding plants? Suppose we are taking the tall flower. So we are taking the pollen grain or the male flower from the tall plant, and we are taking the another tall plant. Suppose here another tall plant is, so another tall plant of having the female part, and when he crossed them for first generation, second generation, third generation, then all will be the tall one. So this tall plant, after 2-3 generations, if we are getting this tall, that means they are the pure breeding varieties. These are pure breeding, like that. He also done for dwarf plant and another dwarf, taken the pollen grain from here and the egg cell from here, and there is the first generation, second generation, third generation. Then whatever dwarf plants he found, these were considered as the true breeding plant, because these true breeding plants normally which are here, and he taken them as the parental generation. Now in the parental generation, normally these two pure tall variety and the pure dwarf variety are taken here. Now this pure tall, it is actually the parental generation, and they are pure tall. These are the pure tall variety. And another taken, these are small t, these are pure dwarf variety. So pure tall and pure dwarf variety were taken as the parental generation. Now, when this is the suppose male plant, then we are taking the pollen grain from here, and if it is the female plant, suppose this is a female plant or female flower, then we are taking the egg cell. Now, here 2 types of gametes are formed, and here 2 types of gametes are formed. Now, in the F1 generation, there are 2 types of gametes from female side. These are 2 types of gametes in case of female plant, and in case of male, look at here, this is the pollen grain, and 2 types of pollen grains we will find here. Then what are these 2 types of pollen grain? Here this is the capital T and this is the capital T. Now, when this first pollen grain fuses with the first egg cell, then it will be your capital T and small t. So here the capital T and small t. So next one, and again the capital T will be here, the capital T will be here, and capital T will be here, and the small t from the dwarf variety. Now there are 4 combinations we will find here. So out of these four combination, actually what are the difference? Nothing different, and all are having capital T and capital T. And phenotype, he observed here the phenotype of all the F1 hybrid. These are called the F1 generation, and in the F1 generation, whatever hybrids it was formed, they are all tall. So these tall varieties which are produced and the tall variety which were there, they are different because they are the pure tall variety. But in the F1 generation, which it is found, that is the hybrid tall. This is called hybrid tall. What does it mean? It means that only one character, there are two characters, one is the tallness character and the dwarfness character. But in the F1 generation, only one character is expressed and another, this dwarfness character, is suppressed. So from this F1 generation, the first law was derived here. This is the first law, and this first law is nothing but your law of dominance. Law of dominance. Then what is this law of dominance? Here the law of dominance indicates that when a pure dominant variety and a pure recessive variety, they crossed with one another, then in the F1 generation only one character is expressed, and the character which is expressed is called the dominant character, and the character which is suppressed is called the recessive character. This is nothing but your law of dominance. So when two pure varieties or pure breeding are crossed, then in F1 generation, only one character is expressed, only one character is expressed. And the character which is expressed in the F1 generation, that is called the dominant character. This is the dominant character. And another character which is actually suppressed here. The next character here, another character is suppressed. Okay, then the character which is suppressed here, this character is called the recessive character. This is called a recessive character. So that is why he found this character hidden in the F1 generation, and that is the recessive character. Now this law indicates that whenever there is cross between the two pure varieties and one dominant and another recessive, then these contrasting characters, they are not expressed both, but only one character is expressed and another is suppressed. Now this is called law of dominance. Now for F2 generation, Mendel took for F2 generation, Mendel took the F1 hybrid. The F1 hybrid are normally the capital T and capital T type, and another, suppose this is the male one, he took the male plant of this hybrid and he took the female plant, capital T, small t. So when this male and female plant, they were cross-pollinated. Now two types of gametes were produced here, and look at here. The two types of gametes are produced here from male. This is the capital T type and another is the small t type. So these are nothing but the pollen grains which are produced by the male flower. And the female flower, they produce two types of egg cell, capital T and small t type. It is taken here, and this is a female flower. And the egg cells are of two types. These are also called the gametes. These are nothing but the gametes. And when these gametes fuse together, then they will form the capital T here and capital T here and small t here and small t here from the pollen side. And these are the pollen grains and the now egg cell. Now it will combine with this egg cell, and here the egg cell is like this, and here the egg cell is like this, and here the egg cell it is capital T type, and here the egg cell is small t type. Now here also we will find 4 types of combination. Now out of these 4 combinations, look at here the capital T type, capital T small t type, and small t type. Now here these are the pure tall varieties, and these are nothing but the hybrid tall. They are also tall, but they are not the pure tall, but they are the hybrid tall. But these are the pure dwarf variety. So what is the combination of this capital T and capital T? That means the pure tall variety is only out of 4. There are total 4 combinations are there. Out of these 4 combinations, only 1 is pure tall, then 2 are hybrid tall, and 1 is pure tall. So this is called the genotype ratio. Now the genotype ratio of tall, or it is called pure tall, is to hybrid tall. Hybrid tall is to pure dwarf. It is pure one. Then it is 1:2:1. So this is the genotype ratio for this experiment. Now another one, if we shall consider the phenotypes which is appeared from the outside, then they are tall and also these are tall. So total tall, they are 3. So total tall varieties are 3. Whereas total dwarf, so dwarf varieties are only 1. So that is the ratio of this, that is called phenotype ratio. This is called phenotype ratio. Now in the F2 generation, the phenotype ratio, it is here, right? Now phenotype ratio is 3:1. The tall is to dwarf. The tall plant is to dwarf plant, it is 3:1. And this is called the phenotype ratio. Now here what happened? The character which was suppressed in the F1 generation, that is the dwarfness character, the character reappeared here in the F2 generation. Now how it happened? From this, actually during gamete formation, what happened? Suppose this is the hybrid tall plant and it has 2 types of gamete, and it is the hybrid tall, it has also 2 types of gamete. Now although the characters or the alleles remain together in the F1 generation, but they separated or segregated from one another during gamete formation. When the pollen grains are formed, the capital T allele and the small t, they are segregated or separated from one another. And also when the egg cells are formed here, the capital T and small t both are segregated from one another, and then they were reunited to form the new type of combination. These are the new combinations. So that is why the random combinations of the new form. That is why the dwarfness character which was suppressed here in the F1 generation, they are appeared in the F2 generation. From this, Mendel actually derived his second law, that is called law of segregation. Now the second law, it is derived, that is the that is called law of segregation. Now, what is this law of segregation? Law of segregation means law of separation of the gamete. So, during gamete formation, the unit factor or the alleles are separated from one another and reunited randomly to form new combination. So that is why the Dwarfness character reappeared in the F2 generation. Now, from this, it is known that the monohybrid cross experiment, it is important for law of dominant and law of segregation. Now, there is another cross which is also conducted by Mendel regarding the test the type of alleles present there. Suppose it is capital T small t or it is capital T, whether it is a pure dominant variety or whether it is a hybrid dominant variety. How it can be verified? So it was verified by conducting another important experiment that is called test cross experiment. I think this video will be useful for you. Then you please like it and subscribe it. Thank you.